Going on to you Virgos out there. Hope y'all are having a great day. So for you, get to leaving comments, please. Like the video, thumb up the video, leave your thoughts, your comments, everything like that. That definitely does help with the video. Come through for a personal reading if this reading is valuable to you and you would like to get one. So for you Virgos, you have the Seven of Cups, like I was talking about, the Page of Pentacles, and the Hermit. So these three cards right here for you is about how, once again, the Seven of Cups, you Virgos have a ton of options. Not necessarily not necessarily meaning you have a ton of options as far as people, but it means that you're not really caught up. You're not trapped. You're not caught up with doing things one particular kind of way. I'm more so seeing that this reading, this card specifically for you Virgos, is about you being free of a lot of earthly things, right? Like, dating and relationships, they could be very difficult, very dysfunctional, and a lot of you Libras are very much so free from those things. Like, if a person doesn't want to get talked to with respect, then they're just not the person for you in the first place. You know what I mean? They're not a very good person for you to be able to take seriously anyway, because they're the type of person where it's like, they want you to pamper them and to always pamper them and to kiss their butt. And a lot of you Virgos, you're just not going to go for it in the first place, right? Like, I've personally never met a Virgo that's willing to kiss butt. I've never seen that. I mean, I'm not saying that it doesn't happen. I'm sure it does, right? But I've never seen that, myself included. I've never seen it. So the Page of Pentacles and the Hermit right here is about how, because like I said, you have options. And, the Page of Pentacles represents a belonging value, right? Like, you have friends and family, and you have a support system. You have people who legitimately care about you. So a lot of you Virgos are, as alone as sometimes people want you to think that you are, you're not really alone though, You're not. A lot of you Virgos have a support system. Even if it's just you being your own support system, it's still great, because you Virgos don't have to walk around with an inferiority complex, like you are worse than what you actually are, right? Like, you're not special, like you're not doing anything powerful or special. And the Hermit, which is Virgo, right? So you showed up in your own reading. The Hermit is about you Virgos you just may have to live a different type of lifestyle, because the Hermit is about you may just have to just be quiet about the things that you do, right? Because the power of invisibility is a very good thing to have. And what I mean by that is, in the modern day time, people equate being relevant, right, or relevancy, being known and famous, with doing something valuable, or they automatically attach it with a value or bringing value to the world because you're famous. And yes, being valuable often comes with fame because you benefit a lot of people, but you have people who are chasing fame for the sake of fame. They're not actually bringing anything valuable. And for you Virgos, y'all will gain fame. If you are to get famous or to be known by a lot of people, it is not for the sake of fame. Your bag is not what other people's bag is. Other people will be famous for just being famous. You understand what I'm saying? And you Virgos will be known for the value that you bring. You understand what I'm saying? So you have substance behind why you're known. The reason why I'm saying this is because you Virgos have to learn to get used to being invisible. You are the opposite sign of Pisces, and Pisces is the zodiac sign of invisibility. So you're pulling that literally from Pisces. Now, why this is so important is because it's saying that the stop trying to be admired by a lot of people. A lot of you Virgos aren't trying to be admired, probably, but I'm trying to make things get some form of context for you Virgos to understand that your power, your accomplishments and everything like that, again, Virgo is meant excuse me, Virgo is meant to be low key. Virgo is meant to be downplayed. Virgo is meant to be understated. That's what Virgo's natural habitat is in ghosting, being understated, being underrated, being undervalued, having way more value, but being undervalued intentionally. So the thing is that for you, that's where your value is. Your value system is by understanding that you are a lot more valuable than what other people are going to make it seem like. So why that's important in the first place is because you Virgos are not, like I said, other people when it comes to dating and mating and relationships and all of that, the way that other people treat you, they're not this goes to show that, number one, they're not ready for you, Virgos. Number two, it really does go to show you why it is that, again, things can be difficult for you Virgos when it comes to modern dating, because a lot of people are chasing fame. I'm gonna just keep it a buck with y'all. A lot of people are chasing fame, and if they don't, and if a person is gonna be with you, they're gonna have to learn to dial it back, trying to achieve this fame, trying to achieve this kind of clout, this notoriety. Everywhere they go, they get noticed, right? If they can't, if those people can't do it, they're not a very good partner for you, because because you have the Six of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups. The Six of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups represents you're famous. A lot of you Virgos are known. So it's not like you know, like no one knows you. Like I said before, you are known. It's just that you're known to the circle. You're known to people who know you, who are aware of your existence because they've met you. You understand what I'm saying? You're not secularly known where like a celebrity, or pick any of them. You know, I usually say Chris Brown because I actually think that Chris Brown is a very good dancer and singer and all that other type of stuff. But I don't necessarily have a problem with Chris Brown, but I just use Chris Brown because, you know, a lot of people know Chris Brown. You know, Chris Brown appeals to the honeys and all of that. So I just, you know, I use Chris Brown. You know, there's nothing really else behind that. But the point that I'm trying to make here with that is that for you Virgos though, and that's the thing that a lot of you Virgos are content with, because the Nine of Wands and the Devil represents the other stuff about how when you approach people and talk to other people and they trying to make you feel small, that's the trap, that's the problem, that's the weirdness in all of it. It's the fact that, you know, they don't want you to actually have anything. They don't want you to ultimately really be in a position of power. The people who try to disempower you by trying to get you to feel small. So, you know, because the truth is, you know, you're already making yourself small enough, because you Virgos are not trying to stand out and be be attention parasites, right? But at the same time, you have someone that you're getting to know trying to make you feel small by making it seem like you trash. Nah, that's a no-go. That's a dub. So don't get, because what I'm seeing here is that that's been a real big point of contention for a lot of you Virgos. The fact that, you know, you have people that will really try their hardest to make you Virgos feel really small. You know, like y'all will be loving the person and they really do things. They really go out of their way to to really make you feel small. I can relate. I know I'm a Virgo. I know it. I know. I know. I know. You know, all these attempts, and it's like they're doing it to themselves, but then they're complaining about it. It's like, you don't really want a real relationship. You want to, you know what I'm saying? Like, those people, they want to be a bop. They want to be a 304. They want to be a 608, which is 304 times 2. They want to be a bop. You know what I mean? That's you know what I mean? That's what they want to do. So the thing is that the moon is about how so a lot of you Virgos, you just you Virgos are just gonna continue to ghost. You Virgos, I'm honest, because what I'm seeing here with this reading, let me make it clear. What I'm seeing here with this reading is a lot of you Virgos are getting a lot of things accomplished on the low, valuable on the low, hidden gem, right? It's not like when you Virgos interact with people and you come into people's lives, a lot of people really don't, like, you know, some people do. I ain't even gonna lie. Some people do appreciate you, but then other people really don't be appreciating you. And it's ironically sometimes the people that you be calling trying to date. And once again, this is one of the reasons why Virgo, right? Or Venus falls in Virgo. It's because people not paying attention to the value that you bring. They only paying attention to the value that they bring, and they're lying about it. They're overplaying themselves. They're making themselves grandiose. I bring all of this, and miniaturizing you Virgos. And you Virgos are already miniaturized yourself because you don't want to let your ego run away with you, right? That's why Virgos will underplay. Part of the reason why is because us as Virgos, we don't want our egos to be inflated. We want to be able to, not only that too, but we like not being the center of attention too much, because because us as Virgos, we understand that if we show people what it is that we have, a lot of the times people will only want to hang out with us for the money, for the whatever, for the clout, for the this. So and it causes a lot of problems. You dig what I'm saying? People, stealing attention away from other people is dangerous, because to a lot of the modern day people, attention is more, more addictive than any, substance. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is that a lot of us Virgos understand, if we don't really want those problems, so it's best for us to just stay in our own lane and to be hidden as possible, because people doing crazy stuff for attention already, like people betraying us for attention. You dig what I'm saying? So the 5 of Wands and the 4 of Wands right here represents how they don't want to create relationships and families with us because of their own stupidity, right? Like, they'll create all kind of excuses not to really get along with us, and that's part of the reason too why it is that, like, a lot of times us as Virgos will end up with no children. Like Virgo is the zodiac sign of childlessness. I don't know if people knew that, but this is part of the reason why I keep saying Virgo is the Virgo, the virgin. Virgin means not having anything to be attached to like that. You don't have anybody to be attached to. No marriage, no children. You don't have anybody to be attached to, because why? Venus falls in Virgo. So because Venus falls in Virgo, a lot of, it's hard to be in love, because it's not that we don't have love, but especially if our minds and our hearts are in the correct place, us as Virgos, we've healed. A lot of people don't really know how to deal with us Virgos. They don't. We'll be getting to know people and we're ready to be in love, to be in a real relationship, to actually have a spiritual connection. But people don't, they're not ready. They doing all manner of stupid stuff. They're intentionally trying to break the relationship. They doing a lot. Like for instance, I remember I had myself a person that I used to go out with in high school, right? And I would only get kisses from this person, right? And I would only see this person in class, and I would call this person every day, or I used to every day. And I'm like, hey, let's go hang out. Let's go kick it. Let's find out what's going on. And the person would be like, nah, I don't want to go anywhere, X, Y, Z. Person playing their video games. And I'm like, wait a minute. I have your number. I'm calling you and everything like that to go hang out with you. But you never want to go anywhere. So I was just like, look, this person don't want to go anywhere. Let me just stop calling this person to see if they call me. They never call me, right? So it got to a point where, I told this person, hey, I want to reach another milestone. Otherwise, I can't be with you. They was like, oh, fine, whatever. I don't care. Okay, leave. Okay. I left. The person stalking, all this. This is why I don't respect these individuals. Clowns, goofy individuals. This is why it is that I be sarcastic. This is why I be joking, because a lot of people talk too much. A lot of people are clowns. A lot of people are jerk-offs. A lot of people are goofies. This is just a handkerchief, but you know what I'm saying, or something to kind of just dab my sweat with and stuff like this. But a lot of people are clowns. A lot of people are goofies, because person stalking me. I'm talking about following me everywhere I go, following me to my part of the neighborhood, getting close with people that I've known for years just to be able to find out personal information about me. This person did all of this. I ended up trying to reconnect with this person. This person would later go ahead and sleep with an enemy of mine. Like, just goofy stuff. Just like, it's, like real problems. I got real problems respecting a lot of folks, because a lot of people goofy. A lot of people do a lot of stupid, unnecessary stuff to prove what point. I don't know. What are they getting out of it? The so-called enemy would basically end up dumping them, and they would look like an idiot, right? I would say about 2-3 years after that, so that same person who I used to date on the subway system, because I live in New York, on the train, coming from the Bronx, from a friend's house, coming from the Bronx to Manhattan, right? Because I live in Manhattan, I live in New York City, so we have boroughs here, right? For all those people who've never been and don't know about New York City, we have boroughs here. It's not like towns. It's more so like the rivers kind of separate the rivers separate the boroughs, right? So it is the city, but the rivers separate the parts of the cities. So I'm coming from the Bronx going to Manhattan or whatever, right? Because I live in Manhattan. Saw the person couldn't even look at me in the eyes. Saw the person hugged up wearing booty shorts with some goofy 6 foot something, and the person couldn't look at me in the eyes because the person felt ashamed or whatever the case may be. And I'm like, again, this is the stupidity of it to me. It's the fact that you feel shamed. Why do you even feel ashamed? Why do you even feel ashamed? What do you even feel ashamed for? You did all that crap, but you feel ashamed? Let's clarify the 4 of Wands, yo. Ace of Swords, the Magician, which is Virgo, the 9 of Pentacles, the Temperance, and then you have the Four of Pentacles. So these 5 cards right here to clarify the Four of Wands, which is the uselessness of how other people set themselves up. The Ace of Swords, the Magician, and the Nine of Pentacles speaks to how a lot of us Virgos, we're just not going for it. We're not. Our minds is a lot more sharp. And because we know how to understand other people, and it's just plain stupid, like I was talking about. You know, a lot of people do a lot of unnecessary things. So with us Virgos, I'm honestly saying that we're really trying to accomplish some sort of some sort of validation for ourselves. We are trying to accomplish things for ourselves, empower ourselves. We're not, with us as Virgos, we're really understanding that a lot of people around us, there's going to be some real ones, but then a lot of other people around us are going to be real goofy, you know, real goofy. So then they're going to do goofy things. They're going to look stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my gosh. I don't understand what is the point of it. It's like all of that to feel ashamed. It's like shawty, like, I don't know how you even feel like that's anyway. That doesn't even make any sense. You feel ashamed, but feeling ashamed by definition would mean that you have a conscience. But the stuff that you did, you didn't have a conscience when you were doing all that. So what kind of Mr. Potato Head interaction is that? What kind? So the Temperance and the Four of Pentacles and stuff like that's ancient history. That's ancient history. But it's just mind-boggling. The confusion, the mental illness, the mind warp of it. The Temperance and the Four of Pentacles speaks to how a lot of you Virgos are a lot more wise. You're way wise compared to how you used to be, because other people would be able to get you caught up with the lies that they tell you and the games that they play. And now for you Virgos, a lot of you Virgos have honestly written a lot of weird people off who don't want to actually get a lot of people will play games with you Virgos up in y'all faces. And a lot of you Virgos, a lot of people are finding it hard to run those types of games because a lot of you Virgos are just writing a lot of people off, because a lot of people like to play stupid in front of y'all faces. A lot of people like to act like they don't have common sense. They want to be stupid. So I'm seeing how a lot of you Virgos are writing a lot of people off mentally. Like, if the person doesn't want to act like they have common sense, you don't really need them to be a part of your life because you're doing your own thing.